I want to remember Ryan Donnelly today. I want to remember the life of Ryan Donnelly. It's been a year. Can you guys believe it's been a year already since he passed away? Most everybody who watches my channel knows who he is and remembers him, but there's some of you who might not, who's new to the recovery community here, and I'll let you know who he was. Ryan was an exceptional man whose passion was helping people. He was an addict, just like you, just like me, just like most of the people that watch my channel. And he was on a path to self-destruction, and he decided to get some help. And he went to the Salvation Army program, rehabilitation program. I think it's a year-long program, I want to say. And he went through that, and he got out, he graduated, and he became a mentor. He started a family. He started a YouTube channel 9 years ago, and he was thriving. He was thriving. His passion was to help addicts in recovery. He wanted to start a free drug rehabilitation center. He said he wanted several of them. So in the meantime, before he was working toward that goal, he took countless phone calls, countless emails of desperate people reaching out to him. He took time away from his friends and his family and his life to help people that he didn't even know. He was an inspiration. Ryan passed away at 35 years old last year on September 21st of a blood clot. And he had been having problems for the last couple of years. He was making videos here and there sporadically. I know a lot of you probably remember just kind of being in and out of the hospital and struggling a little bit. And it got him. Blood clots are a serious issue. And I never realized how serious they were until this happened to Ryan. Come to find out, a lot of people die from these blood clots. And it's a very common thing. And the problem with these blood clots are they get you like that. And so some of the symptoms that he was sharing almost sounded like a heart attack in a way, or he would get dizzy and woozy, and these things would happen. And it caught up to him. He did everything right. Him and his family did everything right. They got him some help in the hospital, and he was on blood thinners and stuff like that, but it finally caught up to him. So definitely educate yourself about these blood clots, because they're a killer. A lot of people die on planes, and it's a quick death. A blood will get caught in the veins or in the artery, and it left behind a beautiful family, a mother and a father, and countless friends, a wife, and 2 beautiful children, and thousands and thousands and thousands of people like you and me who he just reach out and touch out of the goodness of his heart. So today I wanted to celebrate his life and just say a little tribute to him. I was watching some of his videos last night, and I was trying to pick one to insert into my video, and there was one that I picked out, and I remember the reason why I chose this video was because I remember when I watched it was a couple years ago, and I remember it went over my head. Like a lot of topics that people who are in recovery talk about. And a lot of these topics go over people who are thinking about being in recovery's head, right? And at that time, it went over my head, like completely over my head. And I loved the message. And so he talks about it here. So I'm going to go ahead and insert that clip here.
In today's video, I'm going to hit on something that comes up very frequently for me. And it's a question on my feelings on somebody going through, withdrawal and going into recovery without telling anyone, and not having, pretty much going about it themselves and trying to bring in as least amount of people as possible. Now, right from the start, when someone starts talking like that, I explain to them that I do not recommend it whatsoever. Okay, this is why there are anonymous groups out there for people, because The statistics are there. It's widely known that when you try to tackle recovery by yourself, 100% by yourself without any outside sources, ultimately it's going to lead to a relapse. Now, obviously, it's not going to happen for everyone. Some people have magnificent willpower, but the overwhelming majority of people need support. We are, we're human beings. We're not perfect. So a lot of times we'll have questions on what we should be doing, what we shouldn't be doing, what can help us progress, and what can, keep us safer, and what decisions should we make in this scenario or that scenario. And when you're going about it yourself, you're guessing on things. And there's thousands and thousands and thousands of people who have been through this before that have given information out there or are willing to speak to you one-on-one that can help you out. Okay. Now, somebody not too long ago, I'm having a conversation with them, they said, well, can I just watch your videos and get clean? And I said, you could. Do I recommend it? No. I don't think I should be the only person that you get your information from. I don't. I think you should have a wide variety of people, because what I say is not necessarily always going to be true for you. Okay. So when you have all these different aspects of recovery and different, types of recovery, different drugs, different, scenarios, it helps you to build and take what you need from each person. So if you were just to take from me, you're only going to get my version of how I feel on most things. Now, granted, I do add a lot of stuff in from other people's stories, so on and so forth, but to have the ability to get information from a whole wide variety of people is 10 times better than just getting it just for me. All right. So then you have the argument, well, why do I have to bring other people in when there's all this information on the internet? Can I just get my information from the internet? And, you can get a lot of information from reading books, and you get a lot of information from, like blogs and articles and things like that. But there's nothing in this world like human interaction. When you get to talk with somebody, you get to share emotions about how you've been through what, and what is the hardest part for you, and, what's hard for you. And when you make connections with people on this topic, it's just more powerful than just reading about it. Okay? That's why a lot of people who are looking for help don't want to just talk with somebody who, learned about this in school. They want somebody who's been through it, who knows what it's like to go through withdrawal and face the demons, and because it's just different. It's different to be able to have someone who's been there before give them hope, first of all, that you can get through it, but second of all, they know what you're going through. I mean, on a person-to-person basis, you can trust this person to know what the hell they're saying is actually what's going to happen. There's not going to be a revision for volume 2. We messed up on that book, we're going to rewrite it, and you know what I mean? There's no fake in this. It's either you've lived it or you didn't. So that's why a lot of people like that version, and the reason that is because it's an interaction between human beings. There's nothing more powerful than that. So whenever someone comes at me and they're like, I have to stay as private as I possibly can. I don't want anybody knowing about this. It can ruin me. And believe me, I've talked with very, very important people, famous people, however you want to put it, who have to stay quiet about their situation. And I tell them too. I mean, there's plenty of people out there who are in their same exact position, who, are in the spotlight type deal, that have to, deal with recovery and everything like that. How do they do it? Are they involved with NA or AA? And, most of them are, because there are groups for celebrities and there's groups for, politicians, and there's not a close off just because you are a certain type of person. All right. So human interaction is the best possible thing that you can have. It's great to, read about things and educate yourself, but nothing better than that. So whenever anybody comes to me and they say, I have to stay quiet, I say, well, yeah, that's why there's anonymous groups. That's why confidentiality. That's why When I talk with people, I tell them that they can tell me anything they want, and I will not tell a single soul. Okay, just that's why it's there, because you need the interaction. Even if you need to stay completely private, you can trust people because they've been there. They know what it's like to be in your shoes. All right, so nothing like human interaction. I can't drive that home enough. So I wanted to answer that question because that comes up a lot. A lot of people want to stay private. They don't want to bring in any outside sources, and it's understandable. But you have to understand the power of people and how they can help you. Okay? So if you have any questions or comments, leave them below. If you want to share your story, you can email me at ryan@comsport.com. In the subject line, put YouTube story and my story. Let me know if you want to use your first or last name or stay anonymous. Leave some love, leave some comments, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks.
So yeah, it's important what Ryan's talking about. It's important that we reach out for help. There's not very many people who can do it on their own and do it the right way. And so I urge you, after listening to that beautiful message that Ryan sent us, if you're still struggling, reach out and get some help. Because I never thought in my wildest dreams I would be in a 12-step program. And here I am, and I'm happy, and I like it. And it's helping. It's one of my power tools. So thank you for that message, Ryan. Much love and hugs and grace and massive amounts of gratitude to the family. And I hope that they get to see this one day and just realize how much we care about Ryan and how much we miss him. Please put a comment in the comment section and say something great that you remember about Ryan, how he touched you. Please put that in the comment section. So hopefully his family will be able to see this one day and just remember and experience pride. I'm sure they always experience pride with that. He was really special. It's hard to lose somebody, and it's only been a year, and I can imagine that his wife and his parents are just still struggling. So if you pray, please send prayers to this family. Also, the GoFundMe is still up. There's a GoFundMe that's been up for a year, and they're trying to reach a certain goal, and it hasn't met that goal yet. If you could go over there to the GoFundMe and donate something, 50 cents, $1, $20, $5, whatever you can. If Ryan touched you in some way, can you please donate to this cause? The money's going to go to his family, his children, and his wife. Ryan was the breadwinner of that family. So, his wife, I'm sure the last year, she's been really learning how to live in a much different way. So this money's going to help them someday. And I know Ryan helped me, and I know he helped a lot of you. So if you could go over there and just give a little bit or a lot, that would be really great. And it all comes back. It all comes back, guys. So I'm playing with my cat, by the way. I just got home, so my cat's he's demanding some of my attention. I'm going to go ahead and insert a clip I found on YouTube. And I also wanted to share a poem. It was not a poem, but it's something that he wrote. And it says, it's all about how far you're willing to go, how many walls you can break through. When the pain gets so bad, your mind pleads with you to stop, and you shut it out and keep going. You are going to make it because you lack the ability to quit. The human spirit is one of the most powerful things in existence. If you believe in your goal with everything you have, with everything you are, your goal has no other choice but to be reached, no other options. And that's beautiful. And I remember when I was going through my Suboxone withdrawal, and I reached out to Ryan because he shared my story on his channel, which YouTube took some of those things down, so I don't have it anymore, unfortunately. But this was pretty much what he told me in different words, just don't quit. And he was also a veteran, and I believe Ryan was a Navy SEAL. So he was a badass, and he never quit. And you never quit, okay? Because I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to quit. You going to quit? I'm not going to quit. You guys, recovery is important. You know, don't give up on yourself. There is another way. And once you get yourself out of the little rut you've been in for a while, you'll see that. You know, don't quit. You have no other options. And I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that need you right now. So there's a little tribute that somebody had put on YouTube, and I'm going to go ahead and insert that clip here. And I'm also going to put the GoFundMe in the comment section and in the description box. Okay, so 2 places. So please go ahead and go donate to that family. They can really use it. And like I said, please leave a beautiful comment for Ryan and his family. And I love you guys. All right. Thanks for watching.